What's up, everybody? We are deep into, I believe it's week 19. So this last week, you saw us install all the cabinets. Those went great. Haven't really recorded that much this week. I mean, we're sitting here almost the last day of the week. We're gonna kind of show you the ending up points of how we're gonna get the Wi-Fi into our van. Because Sierra, she works a lot online, so she's going to need that. So we researched a bunch, and we have a thing called Web Boost. That's going to be my intro to it. I have some other stuff that we recorded the antenna, putting it on the back and running the cables inside before we installed all the cabinets, all the walls, everything else. We haven't showed you that yet just because I wanted to finish it up before we really showed it to you. So we are going to show you that. I'm also going to be doing the countertops today. So, and then everything else that I kind of did so far is I put in, as you can see here, I've installed some outlets, my battery monitor, my inverter to turn on and off, because I am starting to slowly kind of get our electrical system going. More on that probably going to be this next week, but yeah, I've done some other switches, some other outlets throughout the van. Got the fridge installed. I didn't show you guys any of that just because a lot of it was just meticulously like putting wires together and stuff that just really is kind of boring, doesn't really transpose very well on camera. But yeah, but I am gonna show you guys how I'm gonna do the countertops. I'm basically just gonna use some, I think it's 3/4 inch just hardwood, kind of the same hardwood that I put on all the cabinets here. It's just going to be a little bit thicker, so it's all going to kind of look the same. We are going to recess a stovetop down in the one on the one side and then the sink on the other side. So the whole process of doing that. But yeah, so that's pretty well what I'm doing today. What's up, everybody? Today we are going to be installing our cell phone signal booster because that's how our solution that we're using for Wi-Fi when we're out and about. Yeah, I know there's a couple different options. There's like a MiFi thing you can get through Verizon that we kind of looked at. That's like a monthly subscription thing. We didn't really want to do that. So we ended up going for Sierra, this beautiful lady here. She did some research online and she found this WeBoost. So basically it is like, it's a cell phone signal booster. So it grabs a cell phone signal and it just amplifies it on your phone. So if you have 1 bar, you all of a sudden have 5. It's really gonna help when we're kind of out in the middle of nowhere.
And then from there we use the signal on our phones as a hotspot basically. So I have unlimited data, Steven almost has unlimited data, so that'll be how we get actual Wi-Fi. So this just helps us strengthen our cell phone signal when we're out in the wilderness, so that way we can use our hotspots and get some work done on the road.
Yeah. And the unfortunate part is that we have to take some of our wall back out that we just put in, which is okay, because at least we don't have the whole wall in there. But yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. Basically, we're gonna drill a hole in the back, run the cables through, attach that antenna. We're not gonna use the mounts that they kind of came with. The mounts that they came with was for like a ladder mount. I think it's more for like an RV. But yeah, we're gonna kind of make our own little mount, put it in the back so the wind's not gonna rip it off. It's gonna be behind the top so that we don't really have to worry about it getting ripped off or anything like that.
So yeah, we're gonna get all that installed today. We'll let you guys know how it goes, how it works. I'll leave a link for the WeBoost in the description below so you can check it out if you want to.
Yep. So stay tuned for that. Alright, so what I just did there is you can see the antenna is this giant thing here. It comes on like a 2.5 foot extension with this nice big spring down at the bottom. So yeah, it comes together in a couple different parts, so I just put Loctite in that so that then it would hold together as it's going down the road. This cable just comes out this little cutout here. There's going to be this 25 foot extension that I'm going to add to it. There is also this little seal thing here, so your cable will just run straight through there, straight down at the bottom. That way then it's sealed up. You just have to fill it up with some silicone whenever you're putting it in there. That way then it's just going to hold itself all together. And then it won't leak on you. But yeah, so basically what our idea is I know we already put these back walls in here. But so yeah, I'm going to take out this one here and these two here. So this one here, these two here. Because I have to pull up some of this Reflectix a little bit so that I can run it down where I ran the rest of the wires, and then I have to bring it out down here because we're basically going to put this antenna or the receiver with all of our other electrical stuff, so I don't have to run any crazy electrical wires anywhere, since we kind of did all the Reflectix and wire running already. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to just attach it right up here at the top. We're going to drill a hole roughly about here. That way then it'll just go straight in there. You have the antenna sticking up and the cable going in right there. So we don't really have to make it so it goes any like super crazy distance. Easiest way that we could do it without the floor planning for it, but I guess that's part of it, right? Yo. Alright y'all, so what we're going to do next is we have our magic wand here. Poof, flowers, no, just kidding. But we're gonna put these, or one of these, just a, I don't know what you call it, eye loop bolt thingy. Yeah, very technical up in here. But we're basically gonna mount that up here. You can see where I put that tiny little X right there. But we're gonna basically screw this in so then our magic stick here can go up in it, so that then that'll hold it there, because we're not using the traditional bracket that they're giving us, because I think I already said that it mounts on like a ladder or on a roof rack or something like that, and we just don't have one of those and we're not trying to get this thing to stand, you know, another 4 feet off the top of the thing. I mean, I think we're already at like 10 feet right now, so kind of trying to keep it low. But yeah, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna drill the holes. Yeah. Alright y'all, so we got the bolt put in to hold all of this in there, so it's not really going to move around a whole lot, which is kind of what we were going for, because it's pretty well just going straight into the van. You can see where it's coming up right there, right there. And then the other thing I realized, if you guys do it this way, I'm sure WeBoost is hating this video because this is not how it's recommended to install. But if you are going to put it straight through, there is, let me back out so it actually focuses, but there's this hole right here at the bottom of this thing. That's going to go straight down through this tube, because there's like a bit of a tube in there, I'm believing. But yeah, and so you don't want water getting into that tube. That then is just basically going to pipe it straight down into the inside of your van. If that happened, then this whole entire thing would kind of be pointless of sealing all this stuff up. But now we're going to put in that little circular piece right here. And then that way then we can run the wire in, run it down through, and bring it over there to our power. Alright, cool. Alright y'all, so I got everything attached to the roof. As you can see, it might not be the prettiest thing on the planet, but I have pretty well been making sure that we get 0 leaks. Because yeah, this is the one thing I just do not want to get trapped behind all of this Reflectix that we put in as water. So from here, I don't think you guys can see it because it's probably darker than everything get out there. But yeah, I just got to take that cable now, attach the 25-foot cable, run it to the power supply, and then put all the Reflectix and the walls back on. Hopefully this is the last time we have to take all of it off. All right, everybody, here we are in the future. Not really, but anyway, so to continue with what we had to do to finish up the whole entire WeBoost stuff, let me pop open this cabinet here. So we had the wire coming in from right here, right? So this is my 25-foot wire that you guys saw me run in the back there. Let me prop this up real quick. Okay, so from there, we took it and we ran that wire with a whole bunch of another cable, and then we just mounted this right up here in front of the other box. I was gonna mount it in the back here with all my electrical stuff that I haven't really gone into yet, but I thought in somewhere I read in one of the books, it said something about having anything else with like a web signal or a boosting signal next to the inverter would cause some weird thing to happen with it. So I decided, just to play it safe, to run it a little bit farther. From there, I had to run, there's another cable right here. So I ran that into my cabinet. That runs all the way through the cabinets, and then it's going to come up right here behind my driver's seat. So I ran that up, had it come through my cabinet right here. So then I ran that straight through all of the cabinet to right here. So this is going to be the actual antenna. The antenna for the inside anyway. So there's an antenna on the outside. That's the one that receives the signal. This antenna on the inside is going to be the thing that boosts the signal. So that's pretty well the way that we've decided to, I don't know, have internet in the middle of freaking nowhere so we can still work on stuff. Yeah, so I don't know if anybody has any questions, concerns. I don't know, if you used the thing before and liked it, just let us know. All right, y'all, so building the countertops. I've seen a lot of people where they just do like solid pieces of wood, just full big planks, and then they cut out into it. I'm not doing that because I had some like miscuts that I did. This is hickory, the wood that I'm using, that is the hardwood. So it is like kind of a more expensive wood. But yeah, so I had all those miscuts. I didn't really want to then take a whole another huge sheet of that hickory and try and cut that down again, and then just throw all that other stuff away. So in the name of conservation and all that other stuff, I basically took it and I cut a bunch of slats out of it. So it isn't like the most uniform thing. Obviously I'm going to put it together a little bit different, and it's going to, I don't know, fit together better, so it will look like one solid piece of wood, but there will be where like the wood grain doesn't line up or anything like that. We're gonna stain it. I still think it's gonna look great. And also, the other thing I kind of did is the reason why I cut those individual slats was because of where I had to make this, you know, so it goes out into the window, and then I had to basically put another piece in here to go around this window box and then bring it back down. And then as you can see, I have this huge gap. My wall didn't line up just about straight. So there is a lot of different lengths here. So if I would have just cut one piece and basically tried to notch all that out, I think it would have been a lot more difficult to do that. And that's why basically I would just find out like one section of it would be 18 inches wide or something like that, right? And then I would just cut it to that length. That way then it made it a little easier on me that I didn't have to do so much afterwards. So yeah, I'm just gonna basically take all of those individual pieces, cut them to size in that regard, kind of custom fit it, just like this whole entire thing has been, and then puck glue them together, which is basically, we kind of did that with some of the beams that we did up front whenever we were building the roof. So I haven't really done it for a while, but yeah, I'll show you guys exactly what that is. But yeah, so that way then I can join all those pieces of wood and make it one piece, and then that's what's gonna serve as the countertop. Yeah, so that was week 19. We did some stuff. We moved a couple things along. We didn't really have a whole lot of like new footage, let's say, for this week. There is going to be a lot more coming up in the next week's video for sure. We're so close to getting done. I think we're like a couple weeks out. So stay tuned, because after all that, then we're gonna do all the fun stuff. But yeah, as always, please like, subscribe, comment, you know, that whole entire thing that we're supposed to tell you to do. It does help us out in the long run. But other than that, done pitching, you guys. Have fun, enjoy your life. We'll see you on the flip.